Two women married into the royal family that don't see eye to eye. But why? We've got the inside scoop on the drama between the two royals. Are you Team Meg or Team Kate? Watch this video to get the full story on the royal showdown. Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, has long been a beloved fixture in the royal world. Kate, born Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, was born in Reading and grew up in Bucklebury, Berkshire. She attended St. Andrews and Marlborough College before going on to study art history at the University of St. Andrews. It was here in 2001 that she fatefully met Prince William and changed the course of her own life forever. It is said that she caught the prince's eye when she appeared in a see-through lace dress in a fashion show at the university. During their second year, William and Kate shared a flat with two other roommates. They soon became a steady couple. In 2004, they split briefly, but reunited again soon after, and have been one of the most beloved couples ever since. Their love story is a fairy tale that has captivated the world and is often the subject of media attention. People everywhere have come to admire and love Kate, and often compare her to William's mother, the beloved and admired late Princess Diana. So why do people love her so much, and what does this have to do with the differences between her and Meghan Markle? Well, for one thing, the two princesses could not be more different. Kate embodies everything that the royal family seeks to exude: grace, reservation, and an unwavering commitment to the royal family, their long-standing traditions, and all of their ways. Meghan, on the other hand, swooped in, sporting a much different attitude and style that was very much her own. From the beginning, it was apparent that Meghan was indeed an American. Not that there is anything wrong with being American, of course, but put simply, they have different customs than the British do. There have been numerous stories of Meghan's less reserved tendencies and habits that just don't seem to sit right with the royals, despite her meaning well. But let's backtrack a little bit first. Who is Meghan, and how did she even get here? Meghan Markle, born Rachel Meghan Markle, grew up in sunny Los Angeles, California, where her father is a retired Emmy Award-winning lighting director and director of photography. Her parents separated when she was 2 years old and finalized their divorce when she was 4. Both of Meghan's parents raised her until she was 9 years old. At that point, her father took charge of caring for her as Meghan's mother pursued a career. Meghan attended an all-girls Catholic high school where she took part in plays and productions, and after graduation, went on to study at the prestigious Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. Meghan was a part of the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority and took part in all kinds of charitable work with her sorority sisters. After Meghan's junior year, she secured an internship as a junior press officer at the American Embassy in Buenos Aires, with the help of her uncle, Michael Markle. It is said that Meghan actually considered a career in politics, but she did not score high enough on her Foreign Service Officer test and soon reconsidered career paths. She returned to Northwestern University, earning her bachelor's degree in theater and international studies. Following graduation, Meghan pursued her career in acting, but claims that it was difficult at first. According to Markle, she had difficulty landing jobs as she wasn't black enough for black roles, nor white enough for white roles. To support herself, she worked as a freelance calligrapher and even taught bookbinding. Slowly but surely, she started to secure more and more acting roles. But it wasn't until 2011 that Markle finally got her big break. In July of 2011, Markle was cast as Rachel Zane on the USA Network hit show Suits. She stayed with the show through 7 seasons, and she finally became well known in the industry. In July 2016, Markle's life changed forever when she met her prince. A mutual friend arranged for Markle and Prince Harry to meet on a blind date. With updated sources, they may have met through Instagram instead, through a mutual friend. We're not sure. But it was also the beginning of what would not be an easy path for the two lovers. In November, Prince Harry directed his communications secretary to release a statement regarding the media's behavior and treatment toward his personal life and his then-girlfriend Markle. He asked that those in the press who have been driving this story can pause and reflect before any further damage is done. This was certainly an unusual statement for a member of the royal family to release, as their relationship with the media is certainly part of their life. This was the beginning of what would ultimately be Harry's complete dismay with the bombardment of the media into his and Meghan's personal affairs. But what does this have to do with Kate? Well, to many outsiders, everything. From the very beginning, Meghan seemed as though she was simply not suited for royal life, which has many people wondering why she chose it. You have Kate on one hand, who understood the magnitude of joining a family like this, and she did so with understanding and grace. She has certainly been a coveted media subject, and she was too harassed by the media early on in the couple's relationship. But as a royal insider has said, William and Kate live very much by the ethos of never complain, never explain. Kate was subject to some brutal comments from the media prior to her engagement to William. The media made comments that she was simply too middle class and even gave her the nickname Waity Katie. Kate was stalked by paparazzi who often blocked the entire sidewalk outside her Chelsea flat. Kate dealt with the pressure very well, however, and barely flinched from the constant media pressure. William, however, similar to his brother, had his concerns and made a statement to the media asking that they stop harassing his girlfriend. The difference between William and Harry, however, is that William has long understood that it is important to strike a certain balance with the press. He understands that they do have a place in his life, and while he is adamant about protecting his family, he understands that being a royal simply requires certain press coverage. To many, Meghan and Harry's exit from royal life is simply a result of Meghan's inability or lack of desire to properly deal with the media. Or was it something else? We can only imagine what Kate really thinks of her sister-in-law, especially when it comes to matters such as this. But there have been small instances that point to a less than pleasant relationship between the two princesses as well. Before Meghan's wedding to Prince Harry, news stories broke that the two women got into a fight prior to the celebration regarding bridesmaids' dresses. This was all part of the Meghan versus Kate narrative that became a constant trend. Apparently, Kate had texted Meghan that Charlotte's dress is too big, too long, too baggy. She cried when she tried it on at home. Meghan reportedly texted back, "Right, and I told you the tailor has been standing by since 8 a.m. here at KP. Can you take Charlotte to have it altered as all the other moms are doing?" Kate replied, "No, all the dresses need to be remade." Harry described returning home finding Meghan crying on the floor following the fight with the Princess of Wales. But the media spun it around and said that Meghan made Kate cry. This infuriated Meghan, and in the famous tell-all Oprah interview, she made it clear that it was the other way around. The tailor who worked on the dresses confirmed that he and his team did indeed have to work tooth and nail for 4 days until 4 a.m., 3 nights in a row to make them fit. This was another example of Kate's tight-lipped policy of dealing with family issues within the family, and Meghan dealing with it on national television. Another instance of tension occurred when Meghan reportedly commented on Kate having baby brain during her third pregnancy with Prince Louis. It was said that Meghan was sort of reprimanded for the comment because the two women were simply not close enough to discuss hormones. Meghan was insulted by the situation. Harry details in his book that Kate was quite unhappy about the comment, and William even told Meghan it was rude. As is common for the Kensington and Buckingham Palace, they both declined to comment on the baby brain allegations. Wise move. Many are quite surprised that Harry would share private texts from members of the royal family in his very public book. In fact, many people believe that Harry and Meghan's crusade to live a private life is completely hypocritical, given their new close relationship with media giants like Oprah, Netflix, and now the publishing world. But that wasn't the only awkward incident between the Princess of Wales and the Duchess of Sussex. Prince Harry even discusses this next awkward moment in his book Spare. The foursome were at an event, and Meghan asked Kate if she could borrow some of her lip gloss, as she had forgotten hers. Kate was somewhat taken aback by the request, but hesitantly agreed and gave her the lip gloss. Harry described it as, Meg squeezed some onto her finger and applied it to her lips, as Kate grimaced. The media went crazy over this, making it something bigger than it was. But it was reportedly referred to as a very American thing to do, and it was simply not something that a British woman, never mind a royal, would do. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with two brothers who were supposed to be best friends, separated by apparently different values and completely different paths in life. And it leaves us with Meghan and Kate, who appear to be as far apart as ever. In his highly controversial book, Spare, Harry describes how he once had hope that the four of them would be close, but he has remarked on a less than warm reception for his now wife. He even made mention of William's seemingly snide comments where he urged his brother to slow down and said, "She's an American actress after all, Harold. Anything might happen." It is clear that Harry did not take too kindly to this advice and found it to be insulting toward him and his partner. Harry made further mentions of Meghan being too affectionate for the royal family. He described one meeting in which Meghan hugged William, which was simply not custom. Harry had failed to remind Meghan that a curtsy was most appropriate at such a meeting. William was reportedly taken aback by the sudden show of affection. Harry said, "Willie didn't hug many strangers, whereas Meg hugged most strangers." Harry made claims that his brother was never supportive of him dating the American actress, which he said was a phrase he always managed to make sound like a convicted felon. You can feel the ice that is formed between the two brothers, which almost feels like a bridge extending from the obvious quarrels between their wives. Harry also made claims that Pa and Willie were furious at his decision to make statements to the press regarding their treatment of Meghan. Harry said, "They gave me an earful. My statement made them look bad," they both said. Why in hell? Because they'd never put out a statement for their girlfriends or wives when they were being harassed. Prince Harry has said that Prince William and his wife never got along from the get-go. In his memoir, Harry says, "Well, American actress, divorced, biracial, there's all different parts to that and what that can mean." It is beyond evident that Harry has felt an overwhelming feeling of disapproval by his family regarding his relationship with Meghan, and that simply has never sat right with him. So is that what this all is? Meghan is too American and Kate is too cold? Or is William too royal and Harry simply too fed up with the royal life? It seems it is a giant combination of too many instances, complexities, and emotions to name. But one thing is for sure, popular opinion has it that Kate seamlessly entered the royal family and has been nothing short of perfect in her role as Princess of Wales and the future Queen Consort, while Meghan, alternatively, entered the family and managed to oversee its divide. It's hard not to believe that Harry's formal exit from the royal family was largely due to her inability or refusal to accept the difficult and often challenging lifestyle that is accompanied by this role. And that is what upsets so many, likely including the royal family themselves.